November is Hospice Awareness Month, but there are many misconceptions as to what hospice is all about. And in this week's Aging in Place, we're getting insight into how we can better support loved ones who are in hospice care. Arielle Crandall is here from Gentiva-Heartland Hospice. Good morning, Arielle.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you so much for having me.
And it really is a subject that is difficult to talk about, right off the bat. First, who actually qualifies to enter hospice care?
Well, anyone can be referred, but typically we are working with patients and families who those patients have a disease for which there is no cure, and maybe they have 6 months or less, but that doesn't mean that the trajectory of the disease is always expected to be 6 months or less.
Okay. And what are some of the services that hospice provides?
Hospice is a well-rounded service program, so we provide access to a registered nurse, we provide access to bath aids, we provide access for you to have your own physician. So I always tell our families and patients, it gives you autonomy back into your care.
Yeah, and this is, so patients can live their best lives and have that quality of life as they are, facing some uncertain, future, of course.
Yes.
I'd like to put up on the screen some common myths concerning hospice, because I think a lot of people, they hear the word hospice, they think this is the end, and that's definitely not the case, as you were saying. The first one, becoming a hospice patient means giving up hope. That's not true.
No, not at all. I always tell our families again, you're just really understanding what is going on with your disease and understanding your prognosis, but we still want you to live a really healthy, full life. We still want you to go out and be with family, go to church. We just want you to have the support that you need.
Yeah, and hospice is not an actual place.
No.
I admit, I used to think that.
Yes, and as a lot of people do.
Yeah.
We can provide hospice really anywhere. Some patients that are not safe to go home, we're providing hospice in the hospital. But our goal is to have you be at home. We want you to be with your family. We want you to be with your loved ones in an environment that is comforting to you.
Yeah, and as you were referring to earlier, hospice does not necessarily mean that you are close to death or actively dying.
No. In fact, I tell a lot of our families, we really want to get to know you. We want to spend that time with you. So when we have months and months to understand how you react to maybe certain medications or maybe something that is just comforting to you, when we are able to spend that really strong bond and spend a lot more time together, we really affect your plan of care a lot.
It really is a relationship that you build with these folks.
Yes.
And hospice patients do not have to sign a DNR either.
They do not. They do not. We have many conversations with our patients and families, but you do not have to be a DNR to be enrolled into hospice.
Yeah. And one more point, only a doctor can refer a patient to hospice care. Not the case,
Not the
right?
case. Not the case. If you've got a loved one or a family member and you just want to hear more about hospice services, you can call us, you can reach out to us, and we would be happy to provide information to you.
Yeah, in addition to helping the actual hospice patient, this also helps with caregiver burnout and just taking some of that burden off of them.
Yes, and I think that's one of the most important things that we do provide is that support for that caregiver, because we want that caregiver to really focus on the love, the compassion, and not be worried as much about the day-to-day care.
Yeah, and it really is a calling for a lot of special people who do work in hospice and do provide that day-to-day service and have the relationship with people. So yeah, do you all, I'm sure, need people to come work for you all?
We do. We have volunteer services, so anyone that is interested, please reach out to us. We love having people that work and want to spend some time with our patients. We've got a lot of veterans on our patient services, so anytime that you've got an extra time, please reach out. We would love that.
Yeah, it's got to be rewarding for everybody involved.
It is. It is. It's a really special time, and I feel thankful that we get to spend such precious moments with our patients.
That's right. All right, it's a great thing that you do, Arielle. Thank you so much for coming in and talking to us about hospice care. And in case you missed any of the segment, no worries. You'll find a link to it on our website. Just click on the morning page. Stay with us. We'll be right back.